Aye, such a task was on the books. Was, mind. I'm afraid that ship has already sailed, friend. Ah, might you be the adventurer who accepted the job of investigating Sestasha? It would seem that ship has not only sailed, but now returns to harbor, none the worse for its voyage. A pity, we dragged our boots too long on this one. No matter, the wheel will turn and our chance will come. You are right, of course, but there shall be no rest till we have attained our goal, lofty though it may be. Not a wink of sleep, great leader. Our aim, lest you wonder, is to perform such feats of heroism as will earn us a place in the songs of every alehouse in Eorzea. We mean to write a legend which will inspire adventurers as yet unborn to follow our shining example. Do you have such a goal? Large or small, it matters not. Only have a star to reach for and you will reach higher. Purpose can sustain you through times of hardship. Keep your eye on the prize and all obstacles will be overcome in time. You would not think to stride into battle unclad, would you? Well, goals are as arms and armor for spirit. I wish you fortune in your endeavors, milady. Interestingly, I don't remember us ever seeing that trio ever again. I always wondered what happened to them. Back then, are ya? With all your limbs and tail to tell, I'll wager. Fishbacks, and there I was thinking you'd only have to crack a pirate skull or 3. 7 hells. You turn your back for 5 bloody minutes and the scaly bastards have set up shop on your bleeding doorstep. Still, sounds like you left them in pieces, so I don't suppose they'll be carrying out whatever mischief they was planning. Unless they was planning on feeding themselves to the fauna of Sestasha, of course. Any roads, all's well that ends well. On behalf of Limsa, I thank you for shedding some light on this mystery. You've lived up to your reputation, and I couldn't ask for no more than that. Now, I'll bet you're dying for a rest, but just in case you're not, I was wondering if you might be interested in taking on another job. It just so happens I've had a request from our sister guild in Gridania, see? Seems the forest folk are in need of an adventurer that can get things done. For them to ask for help like this, you can bet the task won't be no skip through a sunny glade. But after the way you dealt with our fishback investigation, I doubt it's anything you can't handle. Give us a shot when you're ready and I'll lay it out for you. Party Finder unlocked, woo! Nobody uses it, woo! Well, okay, people use it, but not for party finding. They use it to troll people and RP stuff, which RP stuff is fine, but the trolling thing is like silly, but that's, you know, people in a video game. Ready to hear about the job then? Like I said, the request comes from our sister guild in Gridania. And that's all I know. But whatever it is you get asked to do, I somehow doubt it'd pose any trouble for a adventurer who survived the bedlam of Sestasha. If you think you might be interested, you'll want to have words with Mother Mione, my counterpart in Gridania. Good luck, lass. So, we should go off to Gridania, but while I'm here, I'm gonna see, I think this is the adventurer book, right? Oh no, this is the hairstylist. I'll do it still anyway. Just not gonna show. This must be the adventure book. We all know how it feels to have one too many, and that's why I'll not fault our patrons for much of what goes on at our tables. But is it too much to ask that they keep their belongings on their person when they leave? It wouldn't bother me so much if half of them didn't show up a week later, ranting and raving as if their drunk heedlessness were somehow my fault. Take this impressive looking journal right here. As oft used as it seems to be, I've no doubt its owner is tearing up the town searching for his prized possession. A stranger he was, a swarthy Rogadin who enjoyed his drink. Seemed to be getting on well with one of our regulars, Quentin Quentin, you know what, that's close enough. Perhaps you could still catch up with him and spare me the headache. I'd offer you a free drink, but last time I did that, Badaron docked my wages. This is just a really short little mini quest that's actually good to show because people need to know about it. Have I seen who? Look, just because I spend more nights at the Winch than in my own home doesn't mean I'm mates with every sod who comes stumbling through the doors. Wait a minute, that bloody book. Why didn't you say so sooner? The tight-arse bastard drained 20 flagons and promptly passed out, leaving yours truly to foot the bill. Said he was heading for Elport. Aye, where else, the scurvy sop? Nemea willing, he's still stranded at the ferry docks, though the gods know it won't help me get my gil back. To the docks! Wrong way! If you business with me, be quick about it. My ferry and my next great adventure await. My journal? Why, I thought I had lost it forever. Pardon my rudeness, friend. Perhaps I should have stopped after 19 flagons, haha. Did you steal a glance at its pages, perchance? No? A shame. For this book contains, how might I say it, a record of my numerous adventures, quite the inspiring read if I do say so myself, which I believe I just did, haha. You've the air of an adventurer about you, if one's still untested. But take heart, even the most accomplished adventurer, and I speak from personal experience, was once a whelp with more dreams than sense. Were there only some way for me to repay you? But of course, I have a fresh journal here that might as well have your name on it. Why not keep a record of your own? That one day we might regale each other with stories of our deeds. And with that, I shall be off, adventurer, for a flagon or 20 of the realm's finest ale calls me. Fare you well on your journey, and next time you find yourself at the Winch, do thank the Elezen fellow for his generosity. Ha ha! So this just gives you the challenge log, which is like extra experience basically for doing things. You get like weekly goals for doing like dungeons or giving people commendations at the end of the dungeons, or killing monsters, or mining, or whatever. Just whatever you're doing while you play the game, you just basically get free experience for doing it. So it's definitely worth getting. It's not something that you have to like, I wouldn't focus on it to the point where you're like, I have to get all my goals done every week. You know, it's not that important, but it's definitely helpful since you're doing this stuff anyway. Now we go look into the next dungeon. That took way too long to do. I couldn't get that guy to click at all. Take a seat wherever you like, friend. Our waitresses will come to take your... Oh, not here to dine? Dare I hope that you're the adventurer Badaron sent a word about? You are, the matron be praised. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Mione, and the Carline Canopy is my place. With regard to the task in question, there is a fair bit to tell you. Let me know when you're ready to hear the details, and I shall brief you. Ready for that briefing? Good. Now then, here's the long and short of it. Beg pardons for interrupting, Nione, but our need grows ever more pressing. Have none stepped forward? And good evening to you too, Bow Lord. Your need must be pressing indeed for you to honor us with a visit. The good news is, your journey hasn't been wasted. I'm pleased to report that we have a volunteer at last, and one who comes highly recommended at that. My thanks for answering the call, friend. My name is Lewin, and I lead the men and women of the God's Quiver. Now, time is of the essence, so I shall proceed directly to the heart of the matter. We wish for you to nip a potential threat to Gridania in the bud. Beneath the central shroud, there lies an underground burial site called the Tomtara Deepcroft. The place was once a Gelmoran settlement, but we Gridanians have long interred our dead there. Of late, however, shadowy figures have been seen skulking about the Deepcroft, and with ever-increasing regularity. Based on the accounts of various witnesses, we suspect that these individuals belong to the Lambs of Dalamon, a doomsday cult which sprung up prior to the Calamity. These zealots have proven themselves dangerous in the past, and we leave them to their own devices at our own peril. Ordinarily, I would have dispatched my best men to scour the Deepcroft with orders to flush the cultists out. Alas, the Calamity decimated our ranks, and the limited forces at my disposal are constantly required to keep the Ixal at bay. The birdmen have grown restless of late, and I fear a storm may be brewing. In anticipation of this, I have been compelled to spread our forces throughout the Twelveswood, lest we be taken unawares. The situation so being, we must turn to others to deal with the Lambs of Dalamud. Can we rely on you to undertake this task, friend? You have my gratitude. Once you've seen to your preparations, pray make your way to the Deepcroft, and identify yourself to the guard posted at the entrance. He will appraise you of the latest developments, that is all. Be careful out there, you hear? May the crystal guide you and keep you. So here we go, it's Sastasha. This is that trio. Like I said, this is, I think, the last time we actually see them. So we meet again. I cannot say I'm surprised to see you here. You took the prize back in Limsa, but this time we will give you better sport, or I am no true adventurer. Think of our goals, sister. One day our adventures will be the stuff of song, and it will all be worth it. Gods, I hate mausoleums. It's not right to disturb the dead in their slumber. And then here's this pair again. Childish curiosity prompted me to commit the most elemental of blunders. Were it not for the fruit that Aliane found, my adventures may have well ended in this forbidding place. Always look before you leap. In my haste, this most fundamental rule of adventuring slipped my mind. I do believe I shall rest here a while. I shudder to think what might have happened to the grandpa had I not thought to pick the fruit I stumbled across on the way here. Sometimes he has too much vigor for his own good. Age is supposed to mellow us, but if anything, it has made him more impetuous. I understand his desire to make use of the time left to him, but one misstep and there won't be any. I do think, though, that maybe the last time we see that Dolores Bear group. I don't know. You're Sophie Hiscaris, I take it. Thank you for helping us out, friend. No doubt the Bow Lord has already informed you, but your task is to enter the Deepcroft and purge it of the Lambs of Dalamud. In case you're unfamiliar with them, the cult emerged shortly before the Calamity put an end to the Sixth Astral Era. The cultists took the Lesser Moon, Dalamud, for their god, believing that it would deliver them from the devastation. And so they were rather disappointed when Dalamud exploded into 1,000 flaming pieces before it could complete its descent. Now, having seen their god turn to ash, one would think that the cultists might feel moved to question their fate. On the contrary, it served only to stoke the flames of their fanaticism. The Lambs of Dalamud are convinced that heretics, that is to say everyone but them, interfered with the coming of their Lord and Savior, and that it is now their sacred duty to avenge him. Whatever it is they're doing in the deep crop, you may be sure that no good will come of it. For the sake of Gridania and yours at large, put an end to their madness. Dungeon number 2, Temtara Deepcroft. Oh yeah, I have new roulettes now because I have 2 dungeons. Very nice, very nice. Okay, so Temtara Deepcroft, as they were saying, it's a bunch of cultists. The moon that they worshipped was the one that had Muhammad in it, in case you were confused. So, don't really hear much about these guys though in the long run, so kind of beat them here, and then that's like the last time you see them. And we'll do what we did in the last one, which is to say we'll do some intro here, and then I'll see you at the boss fight later. Okay, level up! Alright, so this is where we're gonna jump back in now. Because this is a pretty cool looking thing here. They got this like purple barrier guarding the thing, and we're fighting the cultists like, you know, we're supposed to. And then as we go through the dungeon, we've been fighting through cultists and monsters, and every little mini boss thing is has like a little glowing orb. You can kind of see those blue lines going up to that purple sphere thing, and so we beat a monster boss. Well, it's a priest, and then when the priest dies, it summons like a demon thing. So now we got to get through that purple barrier, so we're going to beat up some more cultists. My hotkey for muting my mic there apparently brought up a sub menu, which I didn't mean to happen. So we get the rosary here, and then we run back to the barrier. Hopefully nobody takes it down before I get there. Okay, good. So here's the sealed barrier. It's always better to let the tank do it, because these guys will sometimes aggro, but whatever. What the hell? Never had that happen before. I think somebody got a little trigger happy with the heal there. Probably my fault. They probably should have used the shield lab to pull, and then that would have gotten the initial pull aggro. And there's the demon thing. Because yeah, if I had used shield bob on something, I would have gotten that initial aggro from pulling, and then this wouldn't have that wouldn't have happened probably. But I wasn't expecting somebody to heal or to cast a regen or whatever on me like right at the start of the fight. So always a good idea to wait a second for your tank to get aggro. Something I learned all the way back in WoW. Man, do you guys play? If you guys played WoW, do you remember way back in vanilla, and I guess classic now, where you had to wait for the tank to get a couple of casts of I don't remember what it was called, but they had to get like a couple of debuffs on the mob first before the DPS could go in. Who summons me from the void to reside within this crude vessel? So that's what we were opening those, or not opening, we were, oh, am I stuck? We had those purple lights that were holding that sphere. And summons a horrible looking Cthulhu monster. So when you see a purple tether like that in the game, it means that until that enemy that's tethered is beaten, the boss doesn't take any damage. And this time I have to get the aggro from these guys. Let the DPS kill the tether. I don't think I can interrupt that. I think it's one of the uninterruptibles. I didn't get them all. There we go, now I got them all. Nope, that was the limit break. Nice to see somebody use it. And that was Tamtara Deepcroft.